Now we're now standing in Chambers Street, and behind you there's a statue of William Chambers. Chambers Street is named after the Chambers publishing house of the Chambers brothers. There were two brothers that ran Chambers publishing house, which is still going strong. You can get Chambers Dictionary. William Chambers was one of the brothers, the other was Robert Chambers, and you won't find a statue of Robert Chambers anywhere in Edinburgh, not in Chambers Street, not anywhere in Edinburgh, or anywhere else for that matter, as far as I know. And that's because he sort of blotted his copybook, as we say. He published the first systematic accounts of evolutionary theory published in Britain. You know, Lamarck had beaten him to it in France, but the first English evolutionary theory was developed by Robert Chambers in a book called Vestiges of the Natural History of Creation, published in 1844. And he published it anonymously because he knew it was going to cause a stooshy, as we say in Scotland, or is it a stramash, one of the two. You know, he kept his name off the title page, but we now know it was written by Robert Chambers. It caused a sensation, you know, it was a huge, it was a popular bestseller, you know, the general public loved it, you know, they loved the idea of evolution. But other scientists, fellow scientists were appalled by it, and certain religious leaders were appalled by it and so on. And indeed, Charles Darwin in 1844, when this book appeared, Charles Darwin had a 250-page manuscript of his own theory of evolution that he was writing, and he was about to, he was thinking, I'll publish this, I've got 250 pages, I'll publish this. And then he saw the reaction to Vestiges of the Natural History of Creation, and he battened down the hatches, and he didn't publish The Origin of Species until 1859, so long after 1844. So he kept working on his theory, you know. So Robert Chambers hasn't been honoured by the City Fathers because they see him as this sort of radical, dangerous thinker.